Welcome to the dark realm of Oreo, the seemingly innocent cookie that holds a surprisingly sinister past. Most of us associate Oreo with moments of joy, sharing, and nostalgia, but there's more than meets the eye. This story revolves around two brothers, the Lou siblings, whose tale might change your perception forever. It's the late 19th century, and the Industrial Revolution is in full swing. The Lou's brothers, working in a baking factory, are invigorated by the energy of the era and the potential for innovation. Their dream, to bake the world's most delicious cookies, becomes a reality with the conception of Oreo. The industry's competitive spirit was intense, the stakes high. The brothers had different visions for their creation, fueling arguments and ultimately leading to a fallout. Despite the animosity, Oreo faced the markets, sparking a craze that catapulted them to the culinary stratosphere. Stakes were at an all-time high as Oreo pitted itself against other cookie giants. One brother, let's call him John, spearheaded the Oreo campaign. Meanwhile, the other, under the pseudonym Steven, orchestrated a secret project to design a cookie that would rival Oreo. Steven's nefarious plans came to light when he presented his masterpiece, a cookie remarkably similar to Oreo, soon to be known as Hiernebel. As sales stagnated and employees defected, John grew desperate, craving redemption. Paranoia crippled John as he relentlessly scrutinized Hiernebel for any potential advantage against Oreo. His obsession led to an eerie discovery: cryptic patterns on Hiernebel's cream filling. Never having been analyzed, these patterns seemed outlandish and unsettling. John convinced himself that these patterns were more than an eerie coincidence. Embedded in every Hiernebel was a satanic symbol, a powerful subconscious persuasion tool to attract unsuspecting customers away from Oreo. Many dismissed John's accusations as paranoia induced by the stress of the rivalry. To his warriors, Oreo was more than just a biscuit. It was a symbol of their existence, their sweat, and their dreams. John's fear grew as his dire warnings fell on deaf ears, and his brother gloated in the cookie empire he built in malice. Vowing to cease the satanic subplot, John proposed a daring venture. Unbeknown to his oblivious brother, John shed his identity and infiltrated Hiernebel's research department. The analyses of Hiernebel's patterns were revealing, patterns encoded with cryptic symbols that boggled the mind and confirmed John's worst fears. The symbols found had been intricately designed, each harboring a secret meaning derived from occult practices. John uncovered how subtly they had been incorporated, seemingly random but meticulously placed to provoke unintentional stimulation of the mind. There lay a shared agenda binding the symbols on Oreo and Hiernebel. Battle of the subconscious mind, the unseen war of persuasion. However, where Oreo's aim was to kindle joy, Hiernebel's design was to ignite alternate and sinister sentiments, lurking beneath consciousness. The realization traumatized John. He understood the magnitude of what he had uncovered and the ramifications that would follow. The peace he had lost with Steven resurfaced as an unimaginable war, not just between two brothers, but of distant forces converging on human vulnerability. Struggling with guilt, John leaked the damning evidence to the press. The story caused monumental backlash and shifts in consumer preference. Hiernebel, once a fleeting giant, crumbled in the public eye. Steven had no option but to resign from the company he maliciously built. John's stallion, Oreo, rode the waves of massive public support with new vigor and zeal. The Lou's brothers may have had distinct visions and paths, but Oreo, the product of their dreams, endured and surged ahead, reinstating the beacon of joy, unity, and harmony. John regretted his transgressions deeply and endured a lifelong atonement. He took this pivotal and dramatic episode as food for the soul, a learning of life's strange and mysterious patterns. He pledged to ensure the continuation of purity in Oreo, free from any kind of manipulation. Over a century since their inception, the puzzle still lingers. Are there subtle patterns adorning biscuit creams that hold a dark and cryptic meaning? Have our senses been engineered unsuspectingly to drive our choices? Or is this a reflection of an overactive and paranoid mind? The story is open-ended but echoes relentlessly in the caverns of our consciousness. It invites us to delve deeper, beyond the layers of mere confectionery, beyond the superficially sensational angles, and into the dense fabric of the human condition. The insights gathered are fascinating, yet disquieting, for these patterns are not just of cookies, but of life itself. The next time you twist, lick, and dunk an Oreo in ice-cold milk, ponder what you consume, not just physically, but metaphorically. Ponder the hidden messages, the hypnotic designs mirrored in the swirl of the cream, and remember, even things that seem benign can have a shadowed reality. Perhaps it's a mere conspiracy theory, an overactive imagination's wild conjecture fed by competitiveness and some innocent graphical design. Or perhaps, the answer to this spiraling query lies within us all, woven into the fabric of life, undeterred by any makeup or guise. The unmistakable charm of complexity often binds both the innocent and the sinister. Often these encounters are uncalled for, unexpected, and unwanted. Yet these entanglements hold reflective mirrors that portray stark human truths, challenging paradigms and crystallizing perspectives. So, the question persists, for how long has the Oreo camouflaged reflective patterns within its pliable, delicious core? Layer after hypnotic layer, the cryptic design unfurls, its dance an intricate duet in cohesion with our consciousness. It teases, challenges, and lures, all at once, a true pauper's symphony to the senses. And in that rush of pleasure lies a subtle invitation to unveil the shadowed reality masked by a spiral of creamy tales. The Oreo saga brings to the fore the pervasive human tendency, the fascination with hidden patterns, the subtle lure towards the cryptic and unexplored. It's not the reality of these patterns that truly matter. Instead, it's their possibility of a world beyond our perception, beyond what meets the eye. There's an introspective lesson weaved within this narrative. It urges introspection, to probe beneath the surface. It whispers that the grim darkness often finds a rapport with the commonplace. And ultimately, it reiterates the truth that appearances are not the supreme custodians of reality. The eye of the beholder holds that key. This journey with Oreo, an exploration of dark reality masked, teases with gloriously intricate mysteries and manages to savage the fragility of our perceptual sturdiness. It challenges the constructs we have laid out for our realities and questions the unrelenting faith we put in them. So as we traverse reality's landscape, let's remember the lesson Oreo imparts. Let's deconstruct the hidden patterns and subliminal nudges that shape us, mold our choices, and weave our narrative. Because, in many instances, these very patterns hold the key to unearthing intriguing telestark, mysterious, but certainly thought-provoking. The tale of Oreo encompasses the myriad hues of human emotion, driving us from the precipice of joy to the depths of dismay. It serves as a reminder that no narrative, however sweet on the surface, is devoid of hidden layers waiting to be explored. Whether the narrative of Oreo is an intricate conspiracy or deeply hidden reality, the echoes of its tale continue to reverberate through the annals of time. As long as these sweet delights tempt our palates and challenge our senses, the Oreo saga will continue to intrigue, beguile, and haunt. Even amidst the uncertainty and intrigue, there's something rather poetic about the journey of the humble Oreo. Unravel its rich tapestry, and you'll find a saga that transcends time and space, an odyssey brimming with unseen truths, mysterious patterns, and the essence of the human condition. As we turn the final page of Oreo's tale, we are left wondering, what lies at the heart of this timeless brand? Is it a sinful past seeped with hidden truths, or a beacon of joy that illuminates the way to a brighter future? Perhaps, the answer is as simple as the ritual of dunking an Oreo in a glass of milk. The answer lies within you, the next time you hold that cookie in your hand. What truths will you seek, or disregard, only adding to the endless spiral of whispers encoded in each Oreo? So, embrace the mysteries, relish the moments and keep turning each Oreo over, because, after all, life is a box of cookies. The veil of confectionery has been lifted, but the facets of truth and deceit remain in the shadows. As we bid adieu to the captivating world of Oreo, we can only ponder what other artifacts of recognition bear apocryphal patterns. Who'd have thought that in the world of indulgent joy, such a twisted tale lay penned? This is not just a tale of cookies, it's a story that prods at human consciousness. It allows us to reflect on whether it is possible for a brand, a product, or anything, to have a sinister hidden reality, forever gripping our perception and consequently our choices. A shadowed past for some, an eye-opening lesson for others, Oreo's story will continue to mystify for ages to come. Narrator 32, our story ends here, but the saga of uncovering hidden histories, of breaking free from the shackles of deception, and making conscious choices continues beyond these lines. As the murmur of the past melts into the promise of the future, stand transfixed not by the shadows of deception, but by the beacon of revelation. Narrator 33, perhaps the real question in all of this is to what end are we unveiling the hidden realities, the whispered shadows and mystical patterns? Are we merely exploring to pacify a curious mind, or are we seeking to change the narratives fashioning our existence? These are questions to ponder, perhaps while enjoying a comforting plate of Oreos. Narrator 34, there's an old saying, the best place to hide something is in plain sight. As we delve deeper into our world, we might find more patterns. Are they mere coincidences, symbols of something greater, or something darker encroaching our senses? There is no end, only be continued questions, stories, and Oreos to be consumed.